What if the reason you feel stuck isn't because you're not setting enough goals? Just sit with that for a second. Most students I know are drowning in goals. Better grades, better body, better morning routine, better future. It sounds responsible, ambitious even, but underneath all that, a lot of quiet pressure. I used to think the more goals I set, the more motivated I'd feel. I'd write them in my notes app like I was designing a new life. Straight A's, work out 5 days a week, apply to internships early, read more, sleep better. For about a week, I felt unstoppable. Then, reality showed up. Assignments overlapped, I stayed up too late one night, I missed a workout, and suddenly that whole vision felt fragile, like I had already failed. Here's the part that took me a while to understand. Goals are about outcomes, but your life is built on daily behaviors. And daily behaviors don't care about your big vision board. They care about what you do at 9 p.m. when you're tired and scrolling. When you set a goal like, I want a 4.0, it sounds powerful, but it doesn't tell you what to do tonight. It doesn't tell you how to act when you're bored or stressed or slightly discouraged. Now, compare that to something simple like, I review my notes for 30 minutes after dinner. It's not inspiring. It won't get 1,000 likes online, but it's clear. And clarity beats motivation almost every time. Think about this. When you chase goals, you're constantly measuring yourself. Am I closer yet? Am I behind? Is this working? That constant measuring creates tension. You start tying your worth to the outcome. If the scale doesn't move, if the GPA dips, if the internship doesn't reply, it feels personal. But when you focus on standards instead of goals, something shifts. A standard isn't a finish line. It's a rule you live by. Like, I don't skip class unless I'm actually sick. Or I write one messy paragraph a day. Or I'm in bed before midnight on weekdays. These don't promise a dramatic transformation. They just stabilize your life. And honestly, stability is underrated. We live in a culture that celebrates extremes. The 5 a.m. routines, the all-nighters, the huge glow-ups. But extremes are hard to maintain. Most of your life is just normal days, random Tuesdays, average Wednesdays. No highlight reel, no big breakthrough. What you do on those days matters more than your January motivation. I learned this the hard way. One semester, I stopped obsessing over my GPA and focused on one thing, showing up consistently. Not perfectly, just consistently. Review notes, ask one question in class, start assignments early even if I only worked on them for 20 minutes. It felt small, but by the end of the semester, my grades were better than when I was trying harder. That surprised me, because I wasn't pushing as aggressively. I was just repeating simple actions. Let that sink in. When you stop squeezing the outcome, you create space to actually improve. Goals can make you anxious. Standards make you steady. There's a big difference. And here's another quiet truth. Every time you set a huge goal, you create a version of yourself that you're not yet. Future you is disciplined, focused, organized. Present you feels behind. That gap can be exhausting. But when you choose a standard, you close the gap. You're not chasing a new identity. You're practicing one. Instead of saying, I want to be fit, you say, I take a 20-minute walk most days. Instead of, I want to be productive, you say, I start my work before I open social media. Small shifts, nothing dramatic, but repeat them long enough, and they quietly reshape your life. If you're feeling overwhelmed by everything you think you should achieve this year, maybe you don't need another goal. Maybe you need fewer promises and more simple rules. Ask yourself this: who do I want to be on a normal day? Not your best day, not your most motivated day, a normal day. The student who studies a little even when tired. The friend who responds instead of disappearing. the person who cleans their desk before bed. Those identities are built through repetition, not inspiration. And repetition doesn't look exciting. It looks boring. But boring works. So here's the takeaway. Use goals as direction, not as pressure. Let them point you somewhere, but don't let them define you. Focus on standards you can follow when you're stressed, busy, or slightly unmotivated. Build rhythm instead of chasing results, because your life isn't a series of big finishes. It's mostly ordinary days stacked on top of each other. And if you get the ordinary days right, the bigger outcomes usually take care of themselves. If this made you rethink how you approach goals, take a minute and reflect on one simple standard you want to live by this month. Write it down. Keep it realistic. And if you found this helpful, like the video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Share it with someone who might need it. And subscribe to Small Shifts so we can keep building these small, sustainable changes together.